Monday morning, everyone. Welcome back. So this week, like I said to you at the end of the last week, this is going to be more of the finishing touches, if there is any, and we're going to just be doing some random stuff. So I poured the other candle. It's here. I've already aged it. So all I have to do on this is do the drippings. Do you guys remember when I poured resin into the cat mold and I let it sit over here? Well, when I poured this, I had leftovers, so I finished pouring in here. Here's what it looks like out of the mold. Now, the thing is, I tried to make, because it's hard to see inside this mold, I didn't realize this was a whole skull. I thought this was a tree stump. So I tried to make the face glow in the dark, obviously, because I could tell that it was a skull. I knew these were skulls, so I got them done. Well, when I poured the rest of the black in there, of course, it made the back of those black. So here's my plan. I would like to re-pour this, but I want to get all of this down here glow in the dark, except for obviously his tail. So I want to try to recreate this and get all of this below the flowers glow in the dark, except for his tail. How I'm going to achieve that, I don't know, other than that I could pour his tail in UV resin in black. And so, and when you look down in there, his tail is right there. So basically what I'll do then is I'll pour up to the flowers, which you can see are right there. So I'll pour up to there in black. And then what I'll do is I'll get his tail done in black UV resin, and then the rest of it I'll just pour straight up, and the rest of it can be glow in the dark, because this is such a cute little mold. Can you see that? It's a cat with flowers on top of a skull head, and these skull heads have got to be glow in the dark. That's all there is to it. This piece isn't going in my, I don't think. I hadn't planned on it anyway. I was going to give it to Brooke for her decorations, but I mean, this piece would look so cool with this all down here being glow in the dark. But I did age it, this piece, but it just looks funny because some of it's glow in the dark and the rest of it isn't. And I just think it would look pretty cool if it was all glow in the dark. So that's my plan for that. So that's what we're going to do with that. Then I poured one of these. You guys have all seen this mold everywhere, and I want to try and experiment with this today. Don't know if it's going to work, but I poured it because I wanted to save you guys the boring of me pouring it, but I want to try and experiment with it today. It came out almost 100% bubble free. I did pour this in layers, and you can kind of see the layer, but that isn't going to make any difference. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with it, but that's going to be for later. This, Riley and Haley stayed here all weekend. And so Riley and Haley both thought that my Halloween final project needed a haunted pig. Well, I told them, I said, I got a pig mold from Into Resin. So the leftover resin from this and this, I just poured it inside the pig mold. So I guess without further ado, we're going to see what this looks like. And we'll see how haunted he looks. I don't know what it's going to look like. So it did shrink back. I did fill this all the way up, obviously, and so it did shrink back. But we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to see if I can get him out of here without touching the inside of this mold. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because there's lots of facets inside here. Let me get some gloves on. I think that's going to be best, so I don't leave fingerprints inside of there. This looks like this. I thought this mold would be harder to fill up, but it wasn't. But I think getting it out of here is going to be tough. Yep, there's his tail. Look at him. He's so cute. I don't know that he looks haunted, but he did get a bubble under his chin. But as far as his coloring, I poured in orange and purple and black because that's what color, and his feetsies didn't end up getting full. Well, they were full, but it obviously shrunk back. So that's probably going to have to be a pouring thing. But look at his little face. Little pig. But his ears came out really good. I'll have to sand his feet so that they're not sharp. Or I could maybe fill them in with UV resin so that they're completely... But look at the colors in there. He's got purple on this side, orange in there, some purple there. His head kind of picked up the purple, and then he's clear there. It's a cute little mold. So they want me to put this in my in my scene. So I guess we're going to put a pig in there. But that's what he looks like. The little piggy in the mold from Into Resin. He's cute. He really looks like a real pig. He's got little diamond eyes and little diamond noses and cute little ears and a little diamond for a tail. Very cute. So that's the little Into Resin pig mold. See how big he is. So from tail to snout, he is about 2 3/4. I mean, yeah, 2 3/4. And then he's about almost 2 inches high. So that's a pretty good size. Yeah. So there's the little pig. So now all I have left is the hippo. So we'll see what name they come up with for him. But I'll get these filled in with UV resin so that they're complete feats. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Anyway, but there's the little pig from Into Resin. And like I said, the mold wasn't that hard to fill. I just basically filled it probably maybe halfway, and I used the 4-hour fast cure, and then I put it in my vacuum chamber, and the vacuum chamber got out all the bubbles. And then I already had the black and the orange sitting here that I had already ran through the vacuum chamber, and I just poured the purple on this side and the orange on this side and just filled it up because I had clear, and that's what I poured in first was the clear. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's cute. I may pour him again just in normal colors once we get done with all this. So, anywho, back to this. So let me mix up some black and we'll get this poured up to where the flowers are. That way we can get that to curing. And then once that's cured, then we'll do the tail in black UV resin. And then we'll finish filling it with a glow in the dark color. And it doesn't really matter what color. So let me get some resin mixed up and then we'll come back and we'll get this poured. Okay? All right. Be right back. Jeez, guys, I forgot to hit the record button. Well, I got it in there. Got it exactly where I need it to be. So it is golden. It's completely level, completely where it needs to be. I even put a little stick underneath there to make sure that it's exactly where it needs to be. Now I have extra. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to pour. Jeez, that thing's huge. A spoon rest for Miss Brookie. Thing's giant. Never seen a spoon wrist that big. Good grief. I had to order it because that's the shape that she wanted, but my goodness. Thing's gigantic. Well, is what it is. It's what she wanted. Need it cleaned out here and we'll give her, start pouring in some resin. Good golly, Miss Molly. At least get the base part of it poured in anyway. Some alcohol ran around in there. That is the most gigantic spoon rest I have ever seen. Have you ever seen a spoon rest that big? Like, my goodness. Make sure this is all right. All right. Well, we'll pour this in here. She wanted a new spoon rest for her kitchen. She wanted it black because her kitchen is black and white. Maybe it won't come out this big. Maybe the mold is deceiving. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, there we go. Spoon rest. Gihugic spoon rest. All right, guys. We will be back when we're ready to pour that. And I'll get this poured. And yeah, we'll decide what color we want to put in the bottom of there. I'm thinking yellow-green or yellow, but that's what I'm thinking now. It may change. So we'll see you then. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Okay. This is done. Can't tell if that one's done yet. This is some extra from the, oh, I ended up pouring that because I ended up having to go pick up the girls from school because Caitlin, my youngest, she had to go have an emergency CT scan today. It's been a crazy afternoon. She's been having some severe abdominal pain, and so they wanted her to have an emergency CT scan. So she went and had that done, and then I had to take them to Twirl. So, yeah, I've been kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off today. So I did pour that because I was right in the middle of pouring that or mixing that when she called me and said she had to go have that done. So let's get this out of here. I am dying to see how big this thing really is, because it looks huge. And then her husband has a bar in their new house, and he wanted one too, but I don't think he wanted one this big. So I got out my other one, and so I poured him one, but he wanted one with some copper in it. So let's see, how does this come out of here? This is probably the biggest spoon rest I've ever seen in my entire life. This is more like a ladle holder. But she wanted it next to her stove. So how does this even come out? Oh, it has to come out from down here. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. Look how big that thing is. The thing is giant. Giant. I did end up with some bubbles. And this isn't the most perfect mold, I can tell you that. I have to clean that up a little bit, but it's got marks on it. So that's where all those come from. Yeah, it's just got marks inside the mold. I don't know. But that's what it looks like. That's a giant spoon rest. All right, let's check this out. Let's see how this looks. There's that. Oh, perfect. Some of the flowers, or the edge of that flower didn't, but I can use a pen. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, now we're going to age the cat and the flowers. But I'm putting a glove on because that stuff's so hard to get off my skin. Now it looks like a statue. What do you think? Pretty cool, eh? I didn't do anything to the skeletons because I figured they speak for themselves. That's pretty cool. I like it. Very cool. Shall we turn off the light? Oh, well, look at there. It's already glowing. Let's bring it up a little bit here. So that's what it looks like. If I can just hang on to it. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. So there's our kitty cat on a skull head. I like it. There you go, guys. That's my repeat of the cat. Doesn't that look much better? Much, much better. All right, guys. And my spoon holder, my gigantic spoon holder. Or I should say flapjack holder. Yeah, maybe we could make some stir fry, pancakes, waffles. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. All right, guys. This one's not ready yet, so I can't take it out of there. Tomorrow, we're going to work on this. I have an idea for this. So that's going to be our project tomorrow. And I did have a little bit of clear resin left over from that, so I poured half a pig. And then I've got some other miscellaneous things I want to get poured this week. And yeah, so we will see you tomorrow. I'll unveil this tomorrow too. So, all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. And we will see you guys all tomorrow when we get started on my idea for this little guy right here. All right. Have a great one. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And for gosh sakes, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because you'll definitely want to see the end of this project. If you don't subscribe, you'll miss out. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.